Say, by the way, Otto, why were you late today?
I went to the dentist.
Oh. Does the tooth still hurt?
I don't know. He didn't give it back to me. Ha, ha, ha. How comical.
How is your little baby brother, Otto?
Oh, he makes me so mad. He cries and cries and cries.
You know, Otto, I think that child is absolutely spoiled.
Oh, no. They all smell that way.
Bob. Who was he, Bob?
Erich von Stroheim in The Great Gabbo.
That's right. And how did they used to bill Erich von Stroheim? How was he known?
Subsequently, he was billed, of course, as the man you love to hate, though when he made that early talkie for James Cruise, I don't think he carried that kind of
Not yet.
sobriquet.
No. Peter, this is the part that we generally remember him best for, I think, a whole generation. Now, that's, you can tell him from just the back of his neck that Peter...
Yes, it's Rommel.
In what film?
It was called Five Graves to Cairo.
Five Graves to Cairo. Now, in this fascinating book, Miss Swanson's recent autobiography, she describes von Stroheim as an aloof, conceited man, and Queen Kelly as a film of notable decadence. Now, Queen Kelly was a film you made with Erich von Stroheim. Yes. Now, were you called upon to do anything notably decadent in it?
No, because I stopped the picture before it happened. Because the first part that you see, that 1/3 of the picture, was in a convent in a little principality. And I was a convent girl. And he shot 20,000 feet, which was going to have to be cut down to 3,000.
Yeah.
So by the time I knew a lot of it was going to be on the cutting room floor. Then it moves to Africa, in which I inherit from my aunt what was a dance hall in the script that Mr. Hayes had okayed, which turned out to be something more than a dance hall.
Yeah.
And I knew that there'd be some more film and so we were over budget and so on and so forth. So I walked off the set one morning, and he never saw me until years later.
Well, what was his chief characteristic as a director? I mean, wherein did he differ from other directors?
Well, he was very concerned with detail. He was a man who would spend an awful lot of time on just some insignificant thing. And I think he had a certain curious kind of flair, because most of the pictures that he did was a foreign atmosphere.
Yeah.
At that time, we weren't doing that so much. The
atmospheric. Now, there was a 1950 Gloria Swanson film in which did incorporate some footage or a few shots from that fabulous Queen Kelly film. Now, you know the one I'm talking about, Bob?
Oh, you mean the $800,000 close-up?
That's what they call it.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful moment when Norma Desmond...
Let's just have the name of the film.
Oh, Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
And she's showing her lover, Joe, some of her films. And there's this divine shot in which Miss Swanson looks almost as beautiful as she does today, with all the candles.
Yes.
Yeah, how was it like, Miss Swanson, meeting up and working with Erich von Stroheim again after all this traumatic experience?
Well, so many years had gone by, and it was rather strange, I must say. But the reason that particular shot was used was because Paramount, where I'd made so many pictures, couldn't find one to put a close-up in there.
Really?
So I said, well, I have Queen Kelly, we'll take it out of that. The part that we didn't use, because at one point we were going to put sound in Queen Kelly, and I sang the Ave Maria. So that was part of it.
That was the $800,000 close-up. Now, that script that Billy Wilder wrote for Sunset Boulevard gave you, Miss Swanson, some very memorable lines and scenes. Bob, now these are two film buffs you're sitting between.
They know more about it than I
They know more about it than anybody, I promise you.
I'm anxious to hear.
Bob, recall one line that you can remember of Miss Swanson's in Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, there are so many wonderful lines. I'm big, it's the movies that have got smaller.
Small, yeah. Picture, one from you, Peter. The one where Miss Swanson is coming down the staircase at the end.
Every gay person in the whole world has done this line ever since, and it is, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.